Welcome to Highway Herald, your roadmap to the latest in auto. Buckle up, car enthusiasts, because today we're diving deep into one of the most pivotal moments in the automotive world, China's dramatic exit from Europe's electric vehicle market. This isn't just about cars, it's a high-stakes game of power, strategy, and the future of green technology on a global scale. From tariffs to battery monopolies, the tides are shifting in the EV landscape. In this first chapter of our extended exploration, we'll break down the key moves in the rapidly evolving battle for EV supremacy, with all the twists and turns you won't want to miss. Number 8. The EU's bold tariff gamble, a game changer for European auto? The European Union has taken a bold step by imposing tariffs up to 45.3% on Chinese electric vehicle imports. This move aims to protect Europe's automotive industry, which is struggling against China's aggressive pricing. The EU argues that Chinese EV manufacturers like BYD and NIO, backed by state subsidies, are undercutting European prices unfairly. However, the question remains whether this strategy will succeed or backfire by raising EV prices and hindering adoption. The EU itself is divided, with 10 countries supporting the tariffs, 5 opposing them, and 12 abstaining. This fragmentation highlights the uncertainty surrounding the strategy. While some see the tariffs as crucial to protecting jobs and pricing, others fear they could lead to a trade war with China, complicating an already delicate situation. Number 7. China strikes back. Retaliation on all fronts. China quickly retaliated against the EU's tariffs by ordering its EV giants to halt major investments in Europe, signaling a shift from their previously cooperative relationship. This move wasn't just aimed at countries backing the tariffs, but was a clear warning to the entire European bloc. China will fiercely protect its economic interests. This strategy is not new for China. We've seen similar responses in trade disputes with India and Turkey. However, this time, it extends beyond the automotive industry. China has launched investigations into Europe's pork and dairy exports, showing that its retaliation goes beyond just cars. Chinese automakers like BYD, NIO, and SAIC have united, negotiating collectively to strengthen their position. This solidarity stands in stark contrast to the EU's fragmented trade approach, further highlighting the imbalance in this escalating standoff. Number 6. Dominating the battery game, China's unstoppable lead. When it comes to EVs, the battery is the core, and China dominates this critical sector. Companies like CATL and BYD control 32.6% of the global lithium-ion battery market, a position achieved through strategic investments over the last decade. China's control extends beyond raw materials to the entire supply chain. Government policies have solidified this dominance, requiring foreign automakers in China to source batteries from local producers. In contrast, Europe is struggling to keep pace. Despite ambitious plans for domestic battery factories, less than half of these projects are on track to meet their 2030 goals. Without a reliable domestic supply, European automakers depend on Chinese suppliers, putting their competitiveness at risk. The EU's dream of a self-sufficient EV ecosystem seems increasingly distant as China strengthens its hold on this crucial industry. Before we delve deeper, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to Highway Herald. Your support fuels our passion to create more content like this. Now, let's explore reason number 5. Europe's EV industry, caught between a rock and a hard place. The European EV industry is in a precarious position, caught between China's growing dominance and the fallout from the EU's tariffs. Automakers like BYD, once eager to expand into Europe, are reconsidering investments. For instance, BYD's planned factory in Hungary could face delays as the company seeks to limit exposure to new tariffs. Meanwhile, European manufacturers face their own challenges. High labor costs and strict environmental regulations make it difficult for European automakers to compete with China's lower production costs. Iconic brands like Volkswagen and Stellantis are working hard to stay relevant in a fast-evolving market. The key question is whether the EU's 2.5 million automotive workers can hold on to their jobs amid the trade war, or if the industry will need to restructure as the global market shifts. Number 4. The geopolitical price tag. The EU's tariff strategy is more than an economic tactic. It's a high-stakes geopolitical maneuver with global consequences. Europe's attempt to break free from China's economic dominance could be seen as a power play, but the risks are undeniable. The reliance on Chinese components, particularly in the crucial area of batteries, makes this maneuver tricky. While imposing tariffs might offer short-term protection to local industries, it could drive up prices and hinder the pace of technological advancements. Experts caution that these tariffs may be a temporary fix, masking the deeper issues plaguing Europe's EV sector. The tension extends beyond Europe, with the US also enforcing its own tariffs on Chinese EVs. This triangular trade conflict only intensifies the pressure on global automakers, forcing them to juggle the complexities of an increasingly fragmented market. Number 3. Protecting jobs versus long-term sustainability. The European automotive sector, employing over 10 million people, is facing a critical crossroads as Chinese automakers rapidly expand their foothold in the region. From 2020 to 2023, Chinese EV market share in Europe jumped from 3.9% to 25%, signaling a real threat to European jobs. While tariffs aim to safeguard these jobs, some experts argue that the real solution lies in fostering innovation, not just protectionism. Europe needs to invest heavily in green technologies and workforce development to secure long-term employment. Yet the path forward requires a long-term commitment, something the continent has failed to consistently deliver. If Europe doesn't rise to the challenge, the consequences may be dire. Jobs could be lost to regions better positioned to take on the EV revolution. Number 2. A playbook for success. Lessons from China. China's dominance in the EV industry didn't happen overnight. It was the result of a well-executed long-term strategy. From infrastructure investments to domestic battery production, China has created a model for success that Europe has struggled to replicate. Europe's reactive approach, characterized by fragmented policies and inconsistent investments, has left it playing catch-up. To compete, the EU needs to take a page out of China's book. A unified policy framework, robust infrastructure, and sustained investment in green tech are the keys to creating a competitive European EV ecosystem. If Europe can shift from its defensive stance to a proactive one, it could begin to close the gap with China and position itself for future success. Number 1. The clash of giants. The EU-China EV trade conflict is rapidly escalating into a high-stakes showdown between two global powers. China's EV production machine, backed by vertically integrated supply chains and dominance in battery production, gives it a significant edge. Its control over rare earth minerals and lithium further strengthens its grip on the EV market. Meanwhile, Europe faces a dual challenge, protecting its automotive sector while advancing its green transition. As Chinese automakers like BYD, NIO, and Geely make impressive strides, Europe's giants, Volkswagen, Stellantis, and others, are scrambling to adapt. For Europe to remain competitive, experts argue that bold steps are necessary. This includes boosting local battery production, forging stronger partnerships with resource-rich countries in Africa and South America, and investing in research to rival China's technological lead. Recent developments show how urgent the situation is. European automakers have already reported a drop in their EV market share, partly due to Chinese pricing advantages before the tariffs took effect. Closing thoughts. The EU-China EV trade war is a complex issue with far-reaching consequences. What do you think about the tariffs imposed by the EU? Are they the right move, or could they backfire? Let us know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe to Highway Herald for the latest vehicle updates and in-depth analyses. Your support allows us to bring you the best in automotive content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.